Vegas.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your bags up. We winning. Count it up. Level up.
All right, y'all, we are at the end of day 1, and we're about to call it a night. We've been up about 26 hours, a little over 26 hours. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Stay talking about me buying shoes. Hey y'all, this is the end of day 2. He trying to go back down to the casino and gamble some more. But our flight leave in about 6 hours, so we getting ready to end tonight. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good morning. We slept for about 2 hours. We are currently at the airport and our flight boards in about an hour. So next time you see me, I will be back home.
been your pleasure having us aboard. Welcome to you, Charlotte.
Alright, y'all, as you can see, we are back home. We are super duper tired. We haven't been sleeping. We actually haven't even ate anything. My husband has went and got us something to eat. Pretty much this whole trip, we might have gotten maybe 6 to 8 hours of sleep in 3 days. This morning, we finally went to bed about 1:30, and we had to be back up at 3 to catch our flight. So we get ready to call it a night. However, I will hop back on tomorrow to close out this vlog. Got a lot of information to tell you guys. While we were there, we did purchase some property in Las Vegas. So I'll give y'all the details of that tomorrow. But for now, I'm getting ready to eat. And we are getting ready to go to bed, okay? And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye. Alright, y'all, let's go ahead and talk about this Vegas trip. I wrote a few things down because I didn't want to miss anything that I want to talk about. First of all, when you get there, just be prepared to use like a Uber, a Lyft, or a taxi, something like that. Unless you're gonna drive. We did not like rent a car when we got there. I'm thinking next time we go, we're probably gonna be renting a car so that we can, kind of move around more like we want to. So just be prepared to pay for that. Our ride just from the airport to our hotel was like almost $30 just for one way. So that's just something you want to think about. And also make sure that you have some cash, because they actually charged me like a few dollars more every time I had to swipe my card for like the Uber or Lyft or taxi. I actually used a taxi a couple of times, and just to move about in the city, I used Lyft. But yeah, you want to have some cash, because I never hardly ever carry cash, and that kind of messed me up because I had to pay all this extra money just to use my card. The next thing was just be prepared to walk. I know the first time we took a Lyft, I think we took a Lyft onto the Strip, because we stayed at the Rio, and the Rio is maybe like 1.5 miles, a little over 1.5 miles from the Strip. So we started to walk that way. We weren't sure how long. The guy had already told us it was going to be like 1 mile. But somebody telling you something don't really mean nothing. So we started walking. It looked like it was like really, really long. So we went back, caught a Lyft, caught a ride into town. And again, that's like another $20 just to go like not even 2 miles. So we ended up walking back to the hotel. So when I tell you we walked that first day, like in the first few hours, we had already walked like 5 miles. So make sure you are wearing comfortable shoes. I would not dare wear anything like some heels or something like that. And I'm gonna tell you, I actually wore like some Vans. I feel like I was okay then, but then I wore like some Ugg slippers that second day, and my feet weren't hurting. It felt comfortable to me, but I don't know what went wrong, but my leg and my feet just swole out of nowhere, like my left leg and foot. So that second day, by the end of the night, like my leg was 2 times as big as it's supposed to be. Like from the knee down, my ankles were swollen, like I didn't know what was going on. So yeah, by the time I got home, and then it's like the plane ride. The plane ride, I don't know, it just does something to my feet and stuff. It's almost like, when you're driving in a car for a long time, your feet get restless and stuff. So by the time I got home and I took a shower, got in the bed, I like elevated my feet, hoping that the swelling would go down, and it actually did. By the next day, my leg and stuff looked back down to regular size, and I didn't even realize how swole my leg was until it actually went down, and I was like, oh my God, it was really swole. And my ankles, and my feet were swollen too, because when I got ready to put my Vans back on, they were like super tight. So yeah, I don't know what that was about, but I do know next time I go, I'm just gonna bring me like some running shoes, something like that, some sneakers. If I know I'm gonna walk, cause you know I don't mind walking. Me and my husband, we walk everywhere. We didn't necessarily take a lift and stuff like that everywhere we went because we actually want to walk, so we're able to stop and see things, you know, as we were going to wherever we were going. So definitely gonna wear something different next time. The next thing I want to talk about in the vlog, you actually see us going through and looking at the property that we bought. We ended up buying like a 2-bedroom condo. So and it actually has a casino and all of that in the same area right there where the condo is. So where you see us walking around with the guy, his name is Dante, that is the area that we were in, and we actually bought that property while we were there. We actually got the property at a really good price because they're getting ready to build a new set of condos, and they had about 17 units left, and most, if not all, of these properties have been foreclosed on. So you were paying what was left on the loan from the original buyer, right? So we got that condo at a really good price. I really won't say the price, but I will say that I will have it paid off, you know, within like the next 6 to 8 months. So we really are excited about that. And we were actually just talking about that morning. I was looking up flights to fly back a day later because we were going to stay an extra day. So we were going to book another flight to come back later and book our room for another day until we bought this property, because of the time that it took for us to do, you know, looking at the property, doing all the paperwork and all of that. It took quite some time. It was like we got there about 10 o'clock that morning and we didn't leave at like 5. So our whole day that we had planned out for that day was just gone. Like everything was pretty much over that we wanted to do, and we still hadn't even ate. It was like 5 something when we left there. We still hadn't ate anything. So we just decided that we weren't gonna stay an extra day, you know, book another flight and pay for another room. Especially with us buying the property, we can go back whenever we get ready. So we definitely, if not by the end of this year, we'll definitely be going back again next year. And while the property just sits there, we will let like friends, family, stuff like that use it. And also the realtor company or whatever that sold us the property, because we don't live there in Vegas, they will rent the property out for us, and you know, we'll get a percentage of the profits and they'll get a percentage. So that's what we plan on doing with it right now. We haven't really put more, you know, any more thought into what we're going to do with this property at the time. So since we just got it, we'll probably talk about that over the next few months. Figure out what we're going to do with it starting next year probably. And there is so much undeveloped property in Vegas. If you are in that area or you're looking for somewhere to get an investment property, it is a great place to do that right now, because once they build all that stuff, everything is going to get high. You know, imagine trying to get a property on the Vegas Strip. Like, that's going to be extremely high because they know it's a money maker, right? So you want to go ahead and do that if that is something you're interested in. And the property that we got is maybe about 15 minutes from the Strip. So it is in an area that is a lot of, Vegas period is a lot of undeveloped land. And I did not realize until we were flying into Vegas and we were over Vegas that it's pretty much like Vegas is sitting in a bowl and it's like nothing but land all around it. So plenty of undeveloped land in Vegas. Another thing is, if you're like us and you like to shop, I would, and especially if you flew in, I would probably take a empty suitcase, and that is something that we would do the next time, because by the time we shopped and we got back to the hotel and we were packing our stuff to get ready and go, we did not have room for that stuff. Like, we literally had to break some things down. We were almost getting ready to have to leave some stuff that we bought just to bring back the stuff that we bought there. So I would suggest bringing an empty suitcase, a large suitcase, if you like to shop. And as you can see, we spent a lot of time at the shops and we bought quite a few things. So yeah, you're gonna need an empty suitcase if you like to shop. Another thing I wanted to point out is, if you are someone that likes to drink, just sit at the casino, at the games, because drinks are free as long as you're playing. And I'll say playing loosely. Like, you know, one instance, my husband wasn't actually playing, he was watching me play, and they still gave him drinks. So just, if you're someone that likes to drink and you don't want to pay over and over and over for drinks, you can sit at the games and get free drinks. Another thing that we probably would do next time, and which we normally do, is buy snacks and drinks and stuff for the hotel. But we didn't do that this time. Actually, we wasn't even in the hotel that much because we didn't get that much sleep. We barely got any sleep. I would probably say we might have got 6 hours over those 3 days, like literally. We were up the whole time, but I would probably keep something so that you can eat on, because, you know, we didn't buy any snacks and stuff. So, and I don't know, we were just, you know, on the go, just trying to see and do as much as we can. And we probably only ate like 2 to 3 times while we were there in those 3 days. So we did have dinner, and then we did get something to eat when we were flying back while we were in Dallas. And when we first, I think we got something to eat when we, I want to say by the end of the night on our first night. So yeah, we did not eat that much on this trip because we were just on the go. So I would probably say, if you know you're going to be somebody on the go like that, put something in your room so you at least got something to drink or something like that, so you don't be starving like we were. And we actually didn't do half the stuff that we got planned. We never went and did the horseback riding. There was quite a few things that we wanted to do. I also wanted to go to Fremont Street, and that was probably, that was one of the things we supposed to have done on the day that we bought the property. So because it took so long to get paperwork and all that done, by the time we left, they actually gave us like a limo ride back to our hotel. And then we left the hotel and went back to the strip, and we did some more shopping. And by the time we did that, like, it was super, super late. We ended up going back to the casino to gamble some more. And by that time, it was like 1:30 in the morning. And we had to be back up by 3. So, you know, we didn't go out to Fremont Street, because then, I mean, we pretty much might as well have took our luggage and caught, you know, a ride back to the airport from Fremont Street. So I would say try to plan your days a little bit better. But I am glad, even though we didn't get to do as much as we wanted and do everything we planned, I am glad that we ended up buying the property, even though, you know, it was taking all day, because now that we have the property, we can actually go back as many times as we want. And, you know, and it's going to save us some money from buying hotel rooms and all that good stuff. So yeah, definitely we'll be going back. Overall, this was a great trip. It was a great experience. So glad I went for my birthday, and yeah, it was a great trip, and I would definitely be visiting again. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I post a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Natural queen woke up like this. Heels, nails, and super fly kicks. Haters ask how she getting all this. You silly trick with the flick on my wrist.